Good evening, Citronelle. How you guys doing today, Coach?
Good afternoon. We're excited to be here today.
Glad to have you. So, for the people that don't know exactly who you are, Coach, talk about yourself a little bit, and then let's talk about what we expect from Citronelle Volleyball this upcoming season.
My name is Carol Turner. I am a resident of Citronelle, Alabama, a graduate of Citronelle High School. So I am glad to be back at home doing what I love. I played volleyball for 4 years at Alabama A&M University, and I love the sport. I was MVP at Alabama A&M for 2 consecutive years. Had a lot of trophies, but at this point, they're irrelevant. But I'm glad to be home at Citronelle High School. I love volleyball. I love the sport. I love sports. I played volleyball, basketball, softball, and track. And so when I came back, it was just volleyball and basketball. And so volleyball is probably one of my favorite sports. I'm very serious about it. And because I am serious about it, I also want my players to be serious about the game. I have a good group of girls at Citronelle High School. One of the disadvantages for us at Citronelle High School is because we're on the north end of the town, we don't get the opportunity, or the players don't get the opportunity to broaden their horizons as far as the club ball because of, I guess, transportation issues maybe. And so you really have to be dedicated to the sport to sacrifice the time to travel, every day or every other day to get there. So a lot of the skills that the kids learn for the game at Citronelle High School are skills that are taught by us, the coaches there. And a lot of times when I can see those skills really developing and really becoming great, they're getting ready to graduate. But it's great to see that they do develop, and that, and hopefully the program, this media day, hopefully the program will get an opportunity to grow, not just for our schools, but there are some other schools that have that same.
Now, what are some of the play dates and some of the competition you guys have played this summer to get you guys ready for this upcoming season?
We participated in 3 play dates this year at Chickasaw. One was held at our school and the other at Blunt High School. I enjoyed the play dates. Again, it wasn't a win or lose situation. It was an opportunity to allow the girls to play together, to bond, and for the kids that maybe this was their first time being on the court, being in that setting, to get rid of some of the nerves, so when the season actually began, they will be ready to step out on court full force and just go at it.
Now, how has practice been going so far?
Practice has been going good. Of course, as the other coaches have stated, you have players that are there and players that are not there, because I think our kids today, there are a lot of things that they're doing. They're working or doing this and doing that. But I always tell the kids that are at practice, we're not worried about who's not here at the moment. This is your opportunity to become greater. Just focus on yourself becoming that great athlete. And when they come, they need to catch up to where you are if this is what they want to do.
So who do you got here with you today?
Today I have with me Trinity Owens and Bailey Davidson.
So go ahead, tell me a little bit about those 2 players.
I have to look at her. All right, so Bailey Davidson has played with me for 4 years.
Okay.
She started with me her sophomore year, I think. She actually started her sophomore year playing, but she's been with me for 4 years. She's a very competitive player. She's a senior this year. She loves volleyball, but she's very competitive in nature, so it really doesn't matter what's before her. She's always going to try to do her best. Sometimes I push her to get outside of her comfort zone. There's a particular area that she likes on the court. She loves to play the left side of the court. At Citronelle, you play where you need it, so you have to learn to be versatile in the game. Because she's competitive, she pushes her teammates to be competitive. Or if you're not there, you either need to get there or you maybe need to do something else. And then I have Trinity Owens. Trinity is we call her Trin. She's a senior as well. She's played with me for 4 years. She was on varsity at the ending of her 9th grade year, but she actually started her 10th grade year. We call her the mother of the team. She is going to make sure that everyone is taken care of, that everyone is at practice, that while everyone is at practice, that they're given 100%. She probably has taken on much of my personality, so the things that she knows that I like to see in practice, she tends to enforce that with her players. It's good sometimes for the players, and then sometimes the players like, who is she? You know, she's my setter. She's very talented. Probably could play a defensive. Probably could be a hitter. But right now she is the setter of the team, so she's the quarterback.
Wow. So, Coach, having players like these two on your squad, does that make your job easier? I mean, which it sounds like it does, but to hear that from you, does it make your job easier, or do you still have to sometimes reinforce some things to these two leaders, you know, so the rest of the team can see?
Well, I do have to reinforce things to them, but not often. And it does make my job, I won't say it makes it easier, but it forces me to be consistent, because I hear them say all the time that the person that I started out as with them is not the person that they're seeing right now. And so she's not as strict. She's not making them do the things that she made us do. And so they kind of force me to, you know, each year you get a different group of kids, and so you try to adjust to their personality. So sometimes you're here and sometimes you're here. And so they always want me to be here. And I can appreciate that about them, because, you know, I love it, so I'm not gonna never give 100%, but I may be a little lenient in some areas, and that's not what they expect from me. So.
Well, let's go ahead and hear from these two ladies. Whoever wants to go first.
Okay.
All right. So, what are some of your personal goals that you have set for this season, and also for the team?
Personal-wise, I've been playing football since the 8th grade, so I hopefully plan on getting offered, but also have academics to back me up if I don't. But personally, I just plan on improving myself and better containing my anger sometimes, and frustration with other players, because not all players give 100% at the end of the day. But for team-wise, I just hope that we all improve. We do have a new group of girls that's coming up, and they have a lot of potential, and I hope they get to achieve that, and I hope they realize that, you know, me and Trinity didn't start on top. You got to work your way up, and it's part of the effort, and you got to work for it.
Now, being one of the seniors on the team, I'm assuming you consider yourself being one of the leaders. What does it take on your part, or any of the other seniors' part, you know, to be that good leader? Some of the things you guys got to make sure you take care of.
Being a good leader, you have to be able to communicate with your team. When you have an issue, don't automatically get the coach involved. We have a group chat, you know, we talk it out. We say, if we have a good practice, we'll know, hey, that was a great practice. We're to see y'all tomorrow, let's hit it the exact same way. But if there's an issue, we can address it in the group chat, talk it out, tell them our feelings, and then normally we address it. It's always, I mean, being a leader, you know, you got to be patient with some people. But you got to show them what it's like and what you're supposed to be, and give them expectations they need to live up to at the end of the day.
Now, how many years you been playing volleyball?
I started with 7th grade, and Trinity's been playing since 7th grade together.
Oh wow! So y'all know each other pretty well.
We're the only two that stuck with it.
So, what if seems like you try to, you say you got to be patient with some of the players. With the young kids coming up behind you guys, what are some of the things you tell them, or things to do, not to do, things that you know that Coach Turner expects out of you guys?
I know that you better not let a ball hit the floor. That's for sure. She used to be a little more rough with it, you know, suicides and stuff. She ain't got a little soft. Not trying to dog her out, but definitely the hustle. That's one thing she don't play about, and even if she's in a mood to play about it, I don't like to, because I know what I had to deal with. And if I had to run and stuff, I expect you to do the same. But just for them to hustle and communicate, that's one thing. You got new girls on the court, and you got old people on the court. The old people need to step up, communicate with the little girls, you know. Tell them this is how we do it, this is the best place to go and stuff like that. Just leading by example, basically.
Lead by example. All right. So tell me some stuff about your teammate right here.
Well, this is Trinity, and like I said, she's been here since the beginning. You know, you gotta know how to take her. I'll give her that. But she's right there with me. She's competitive, and she's gonna give 100% every day. If she's not there, then I gotta give 200%. But she definitely, we help to keep each other calm, frustrated, and all that. But she's a great person to be around, and when I don't feel like being the example of the day, she can be.
Well, let's bring her on up. All right. So, personal goals this year, and what do you think some of the team goals you guys want to have?
One of my personal goals this year is just to become a better me. I'm a setter, of course, so I have to know how to communicate with everyone, be there for everyone. So I just want to become even more open than I already am to make sure everyone is okay. And a team goal that I have is for everyone to first become comfortable with playing together, because we do have a lot of new girls on the team this year.
Okay.
So for us to be able to play together as a team and not freak out on the court. Sometimes in the games or like the play dates we had, it helped a lot for me to be able to talk through the games, because I talked the entire game, I never shut up. And to tell them like, hey, stay calm, plant your feet, you're okay, like settle down, you got it, push one. So for us to just work better together as a team.
Now, being a setter, that means you have to be well versed in the game. You got to know the game. You got to know how to do reads. And like I asked some of the other teams just a few minutes ago, coach sent in a play, but you see something else. Anytime you were able to make that audible, that change on the court, just give an example of that.
Most of the time, when coach is doing something, she always does it for a reason. So before I'd be like, okay, wait, let me change it. I have to think really hard and of course fast, because I'm always in the middle of a game. But like I'll use one of our playdates for example. Coach saw something and she said something about it, and then I watched and I was like, hey, no, I know she said this, but move really, really fast. And then it turned out to be okay. So just being able to think fast and not freak out, because usually as a setter, if your team see you freak out and you're always on the court, you usually never leave. When they start to see you freak out, everyone else gets like a little frantic. So to just stay calm so everyone else can be okay.
Now, being a setter, I know that's a tough position, because basically you're the coach on the court at that time. What does it take to go into being able to play that position and play it well?
You most definitely have to be open-minded, because when I started as a freshman, I'll use tryouts for example. She separated hitters and setters, and I just eased over there where the setters were, and oh God. So ever since I moved over there, I've never left. She has not let me. So you must definitely be open-minded, quick. You cannot be a hothead. That is not a good thing when you're being a setter, because everyone, they're all off of your energy. So you must definitely be a calm person, open-minded, very teachable, because things change all the time. You have to be open to try new things. And if you are a setter, not just being comfortable with being a setter, be comfortable with trying to hit or pass, to affect anything, because you may be moved somewhere.
And which game you looking forward to playing this season?
This season, I think I'm looking forward to playing probably the Faith Academy game.
Faith Academy, okay. Yeah, they were here earlier. Faith Academy. And so, what do you both think about Coach Turner?
I've been with Coach Turner for 4 years, of course. My freshman year, I was very terrified of her. I was scared to get in trouble at home, at school, anywhere. I just thought she was everywhere. But Coach Turner is most definitely, to know her is to love her. She's always everywhere, all the time. If you ever need her for anything, she'll always be there. When you come to practice, please give all you have. If you come to practice, you're there for a reason. If you're on the team, you're on the team for a reason. She doesn't do anything without having a reason for doing it. So if she ever talks to you, if she ever tells you something to fix something, she most definitely cares all the time.
All right. Thank you guys for coming out today, and good luck this season.
Thank you.
All right.